Okay. So far, so good. Have delicious smoothie. Oh, those are good. We're in good shape. 9:45. We're about on time. All right. Here. All right. We're gonna see if we can't go for some more of these pigments.
These will keep.
Guess I'm gonna have to fight him. Wasn't so bad. Gotta be an up here somewhere. There's the up. Yes.
Ugh, the scrapes.
Hey, Root, how are you? What's the good word?
I'll tuck that away.
Gonna reset the mood? Ah, dude. Here's the thing. Bet you it's in the cave. I bet you it's not. By the way, I sent you a DM a couple weeks ago. You'd asked about that PF Sense box. I sent that to you just so that you had the info. It. Here's somewhere. That's okay. I figured you were busy. It's not going anywhere. Alright. Gotta be near it somewhere. There it is.
Everything's freezing. The ground, the air, me.
We need 2 more pigments. Okay. That one. And that one. So that's actually not too bad. By the way, let me know if this thing is being weird tonight. It says that I'm having some encoder lag. I just want to make sure it's not looking terrible for you. Okay, so far, okay, good. Come here, Badger. Badger, 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 mushroom, mushroom. It's right there. Okay, occasionally slow motion. Yeah, I think it's this area because there's a lot going on. Like the snow, it's tracking all of that stuff. So I'm not surprised that we're not getting a little bit of lag. Well, I am glad that you are here, sir. We are trying to get to the end of Horizon Zero Dawn, the DLC and everything. Because next week starts on the 29th, I think it is, the new Watch Dogs game. So I want to play it. It's something new. I'm not going to try to 100% this playthrough. I already did it. You know, I did it the first time I played it. So I'm not necessarily... Okay. Like I said, it's not going anywhere.
Skilled hunter doesn't let fear rule.
It is.
I was a shaman once who drank machine one day.
All pigments found. Won't get around it until like Q4 next year. Dude, you're playing the long game. I should have, like I said, I should have it. I don't foresee myself using it.
Care to talk about these figurines of yours?
They're not really mine, but I've always got time to talk about them.
I've got a few more figurines for you, Enjuk.
Only need to find one more. Damn.
The cut may have forgotten you, little ones, but I will not. And now that you've returned to your pedestals, I can show others.
That's all I need to know.
Are you sure? You can
Very
never
large
learn too
client
much.
that just came to us a week or two ago. Then I'm doing this, just all that stuff. It's hectic because I'm hiring hundreds of temp employees. I have jobs for probably 15 years as temp workers. Damn. When we get that last one, may as well. So, you can obscure, obfuscate, whatever you want to do. What exactly do you do?
A woman now stands as Sunhawk, the Hunter's Lodge. So, she played by the rules and won.
Come here. Come back here, squirrel. Ah, gotcha. Network and physical security as well as employee training. Gotcha.
Little figure of some strange animal. Low and quiet does it.
Training employees to understand if you don't have security and you're taught you are still part of the security team and those reports. Absolutely. Absolutely. There it is. And 3, right there. Perfect.
Good amount of glue being used off this one.
Alright. Too many security teams that call employees dumb idiots or something similar because they fail to train them properly. Right, like you... I would rather teach people how to do stuff correctly than, you know, potentially run into big problems. Oh god. Those are scorchers. We're gonna run the hell away from those. My old job, we had to do every year. We had to go through a data security and physical security training module and certify that yes, we've actually done it and gone through it, and so I'm familiar with that.
Care to talk about these figurines of yours?
They're not really mine, but I've always got time to talk about them.
There you go, Enjuk. That should be the last of the figurines.
blue light. I didn't know if I'd ever see the whole collection reunited. And look at them. They're beautiful. You've done a great thing, Aloy. These may represent the last record that any of these beasts ever lived. Take this. It's the least I can do. And come back anytime. I and our animal friends await your return.
Well, that was
That's all
awful
for
nice
now.
of you.
Until next time, then.
Alright, let's... treasure boxes, because, you know, we've got lots of those. Jesus, I didn't realize I was sitting on that much stuff. It was good. I actually needed to sit there and replenish my wood stock, and now I don't need to. I wonder if there's a limit to how many of these things I can carry. I'm gonna just get rid of all the blues. Jesus, I've got greens in here. Actually, what did I get? Freeze damage shock. Ooh, we can use that. What the hell did I get? Headbound weapon coil damage, shock, freeze. What would that go on? What the hell are they looking to put that on? Ah, that. Okay. Okay, apparently I've been lacking on Ridgewood. Okay, I'm good on Ridgewood now. Meet the young Werak. Okay. Let's go cause some trouble. So one of the reasons why we're kind of playing this out of order. So one of the reasons is I'm trying to play the DLC first. Then I will go back and do the last main mission, partially because there are guys that you meet here in the Frozen North that if you go through and do stuff, it will change the ending a tad. Like you would see, like some folks would sit there and show up where they wouldn't otherwise.
There's the herd. Everyone ready?
Are you joking? We were born ready. Let's go get them, flaming skulls.
Nope. That's awful.
It is a pretty bad name. Good effort though, Urkai.
Forget it. Let's just go kill something.
Okay, what do we need to kill? Hell yeah, it would. Do that. Horizon Zero Dawn movie would be awesome. Absolutely no argument from me.
Everyone all right?
Forget what warmth feels like out here.
Right, where are the guys that we need to sit there and talk to? Nothing, sorry. Talking to myself.
Good find.
I don't know about you three, but I feel better. Aloy, did you get that component?
That's another cart
we did.
down. One more and you'll have what you need to pay off Bergrand.
Starting to feel real, you know. I'm starting to believe we're really gonna get out of here. Honestly, I wasn't sure we'd survive a week without Nakoni. But here we are.
Who's Nakoni?
Nakoni was... she was a friend of ours. She challenged the chieftain for control of the Werak.
She didn't make it.
No. If you're gonna tell this story, tell it true. She was murdered.
Is this what? Can't go back?
Is this why you left Banor? Because of this business with Nakoni and your chieftain?
Onakut knew Nukoni was our mentor, our friend. We couldn't stay.
That final night, we snuck back to camp, packed what we could, and left.
Like cowards.
What are we to Tai? We are Banuk, aren't we? Survive and prevail. That's what we do.
It's not what she did.
So what happened to her?
What happened? How did you lose Nakoni?
She challenged the chieftain to a hunting competition. Onikut, damn him. He wasn't nearly the hunter Nakoni was. But who comes back to the camp after the trial? Onikut, grinning like a snap maw, crowing, "Oh, where's little Nakoni?"
We tracked Nukoni through the woods. Found her not far from the trailhead.
With their damn neck snapped.
I don't want to remember her like that. Sometimes that memory, it's all I can think of.
I'm sorry to Tai. It sounds like she meant a lot to you. To all of you. Nakoni challenged the chieftain. Why?
Why?
Onikut wrapped himself in power and authority the way some people wrap themselves in furs. If you're willing to fawn over him and sing false songs to him, you might get a spot on the best hunts. The Werak split into two. Those willing to lick the bottoms of Onikut's feet, and the rest of us, waiting for things to get better.
Until Nakoni.
She was the best and bravest of us. She was the one who took a stand.
Well, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry for what you've been through.
It's nice to be heard. Thank you, Aloy.
Look, it doesn't matter, okay? What happened in Banor is buried in Banor. What matters now is what happens in the Sundom. That's where the burning turkeys are gonna make a name for ourselves, right?
Oh, the burning turkeys? Seriously?
It rolls off the tongue.
Sort of like vomit?
So, where to next?
There's a lake just west of here. Seems like a good place to find a snapmaw fang. We'll meet you there.
If you beat us there, just wait by the campfire. We'll be along.
Burning turkeys. Seriously? I can't fast travel to that? Why not? So, one of the places that where we are, so they never quite tell you exactly where anything is. This is different. We are in Yellowstone National Park, or what's left of it.
No sign of him yet. Guess I'll just sit and wait. I was starting to worry about you three. Everything all right?
We took our time. After our last conversation, we had a lot to think about.
I can imagine. Just one more hunt, then your debt is paid and you three can make your way south. Ready?
Huntress, the Sunshine Snowshoes await your signal.
Horrible! I'm almost impressed, Dulamok. Didn't think you could come up with a name worse than Burning Turkeys.
Well, I liked it. Let's hunt.
I liked it. We need to kill all of these things? Fast, make your things. Dad? Owie. Owie. Alright, what else we got here? I will take echo shells all day long. Now what are we going after? I've got tons of those damn things, don't I? What are we looking for here, boys and girls? Did we get everything? All I hear is this dude's struggling against something. Kill the machine. Did we not do all that? Nope, there he is. come back here. You're dead.
Boys, we're done here.
Hell yeah. Why are you running away from me?
Let's have a proper goodbye, huh?
There. That's the last of Bergren's parts. Looks like you three are out of debt.
For now. Until Urkai breaks something else.
It was one time!
You make a nice shaman, Aloy. Thanks for lending a hand. Maybe we'll meet you in the Sundom sometime.
So why are we going down to the Sundom?
Once you get to the Sundom, what then? What's the next step?
We hunt like Nakoni wanted to hunt.
Nakoni had big dreams. A werak in which everyone pulls their weight and takes care of each other. No shamans, no chieftains, no need to pry the power out of anybody's hands.
Sounds like a lot of work.
But worth it, I think. And a fitting tribute to Nakoni. We can become the werak she always wished for.
Are we gonna learn about harvesting parts now?
You won't have me to strip your kills now. Are you three gonna be all right?
Doesn't look that hard, really. We'll be fine.
Great. He watches 3 successful harvests and he's suddenly a shaman.
When you get to Song's Edge, talk to Bergrand. If he can't teach you himself, he'll know someone who can.
Sure. And I bet he charges us for the introduction.
Thank you, Aloy. I'm sure we'll figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
I guess this is goodbye. How does it feel, putting Banuk lands behind you?
The only thing I would have missed is already gone.
Let all those rotten Banor suck-ups freeze to death.
It's a little much, Urkai, don't you think? That's strange. What is it to be Banuk after Banur forsakes you? How do we decide who we are? How about you, Aloy? Who do you think we are? What will you remember of us?
Look around. You've taken down more machines since you left Banur than some hunters take down in a year.
Shattered hearts and all, right, Urkai?
It wasn't shattered.
But you took down a Thunderjaw to get that heart, didn't you?
We did. So, silly suggestion. But what if we were the Shattered Hearts?
You know, I actually like it.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Aloy, for seeing us for who we are.
It really is a really good story. Time is it? 10:30. We're good. We've got more than enough time.
Frost between my teeth. Bergrand, how'd your investment pay out?
Quite handsomely, thanks very much. Hey, do you know those 3 crazy Banuk are calling themselves the Shattered Hearts now? Well, now that I have those parts, I can pay off a debt of my own.
So they've gone south then?
Aye, that they have. I've got a friend in the Sundom by the name of O'Toole. He owes me a favor. Old O'Toole is a machine scavenger, a pretty competent one. So I sent them to learn from the best.
Or at least from the pretty competent.
Well, we work with the resources we have. Speaking of which, here, a token of my gratitude.
Well, thank you for that. Oh, we have got some of the best weapons in the game right now. Hell yeah. Shards. Sulfur shards. Okay, we also made up some space. Now, here's what's her name. That way. I think she's this way. Is this way? Okay, good. Fortunately, there is no easy way up to find this woman. You gotta climb the entire way. Up. Thank you.
Is this swaying, or is it just me?
The wood bends with the wind. Lean into it.
Lean into it. Sure.
So, we've got pigments for you.
Would you look at that, Nora girl? You've bought me all I need. Do you always travel with your pockets full of paint stuffs?
Honestly, Sakuli, I go around filling my pockets with most of everything.
Stop. I'm beginning to like you. I work alone, but come back around later, and I'll have something for you then.
That's me.
Maybe it's a machine rider who looks like you.
Where's she going?
You tell me. To ruins or mountains, through flood or thaw, past, future, destiny. But I don't think she's scared of any of it. You helped me. Inspired me. And the people of the Cut. Let this be inspiration for you, wherever you may run.
Once the Werak gets a glimpse at Sakuli's mural, word will get around about how I helped her. So that's it. Nothing more I can do to get people talking. Time to throw my spear at Artak's feet.
A job well done. But I'm not ready to go back to the ground.
Okay, then don't. And down we go.
We've made short work of other bandit crews, this one. They're twice as vicious as any other I've seen. Beware the machine. Approach them well.
Remember, Bankai, when the old ones were fresh in their graves and our numbers were still small. It was she who led us through the frozen.
Wonderful. Cooley's paintings are wonderful.
Alright, now we save it, we go challenge him for the throne.
We run into each other again. If I didn't know any better, I'd think you were following me.
My people have been telling tales of your accomplishments. Seems you have taken a special interest in our stretch of snow, Outlander.
Yes. And apparently this is the only way I'll get to see all of it.
Is this a challenge?
For the Werak.
You? This must be a joke.
It is not a joke, Aratak.
Now I see. The Outlander's your pawn. And with you backing her claim, I have no choice but to accept.
Yup.
I expected better of you, sister.
It was you who forbid me from Thunder's drum, brother.
Brother and sister? This is a little more complicated than I thought.
No, it's simple. You will meet me at the Frost Figures, and I'll put a quick end to this mockery.
I suppose I owe you an explanation.
A bit.
Yeah. I suppose you do. So why didn't you tell me that you and Aratak are siblings?
I thought I wouldn't have to. I'm surprised Aratak brought it up in front of a stranger. He must be very angry. Not always the best judge of
people.
I prefer the company of spirits. They're simply my own. I didn't want you to think of our pilgrimage as some sort of family squabble. It's much more important than that.
So, what about you and Aratak?
It's bold, I'll give you that. Going after your own brother.
He gave me no choice. He thinks I'm a child to be shoved to the back of the hunt. He would forbid me from my destiny. And yet, part of me did it knowing he would forgive me, eventually. He always does.
And what about the challenge?
Family drama aside, what's this challenge meant to be anyway?
You and Aratak will hunt machines at the Frost Figures. The victor will be the fastest. Won't be easy.
Nothing about this has been so far.
When you meet us at the starting point, I'll tell you more. It will be simpler to explain from the base of the hills.
No more lies,
Maria,
alright?
It's not about who's related to who. I want to know what's inside Thunder's drum. The spirit, the daemon, and how it all connects to the machines. But if we're gonna go through with this, I need you to be straight with me.
I underestimated you. And Aratak. I won't make that mistake again.
See you at the Frost Figures then.
Crap.
So, off to risk my life in order to take charge of a Banuk hunting band. Just what I always wanted. Frost Figures, here I come.
Alright. I'm gonna go see what this challenge is all about.
The Frost Figures. Aratak and Araya must be close.
Outlander. I have prevailed over such challenges before, and fear none. But this one is foolish. You are not Banuk. You do not understand my responsibilities. I ask you, one hunter to another, withdraw.
Will you let us go to Thunderstrom?
You haven't seen what's up there, Outlander. I will not risk my sister's life again.
Then I don't withdraw.
Better get on with this.
So be it. I will bury your insolent claim in the frozen ground.
Enough! Let us begin. To hunt, to strive. That is the way of the Banuk and of the contest before you. You will climb the frost figures from the east, Aratok from the west. Each trail wends its way through deadly machines. Hunters from the Werak will be posted along the way. They will hail you, calling out machines for you to slay. Your hunt will take you around the ridge to the center, where you must descend to the valley for your final kill. Each time, after your prey has fallen, you must launch a beacon such as this, so that all our kin will see your progress.
Mm-hmm.
Kill machines, launch balloons. Got it. So, the first of us to launch the third balloon wins?
Well, yes. But as challenger, your path to victory is harder.
Great.
If even one of your beacons comes in after Aratox, he prevails.
You had your chance, Outlander.
So did you.
The hunt begins on my mark. Now!
All right,
Run.
gotta head up that mountain. Looks like there are a few ways to go up, and those rock paintings mark the path. Okay, up we go. Come on, Aloy, time's wasting. I seem to be on the right path.
Shit. Come on, hurry it up.
Almost to the top.
All right, Challenger. You need to take out the herd below. Every machine.
Kill a herd. Okay, I can do that.
Climb on up and launch your marker!
Where?
Come on, climb up here!
Here we go.
Now climb the ridge and launch your balloon!
Aratok knows what he's doing. No time to waste.
Take the rappel point to the next challenge.
No time to waste.
2 bellowbacks ahead, Challenger. Kill them both. None of the other machines matter.
All right, 2 dead bellowbacks coming up.
Over here, Challenger. Raise your marker.
I'd love to if they'd stop shooting at me.
Now where's that balloon? I'm ahead, but only by a little. I gotta get moving.
Now take the zip line and work your way down to the valley.
Storm's kicking up. Can't see much. Close now.
There we go.
Almost down. All right, to the last challenge.
Down we go, down we go, down we go.
Something's wrong. My kin should be here, driving in our final quarry.
They're right behind us!
Oh, one of these things. Oh, there's 2 of them, great. 3 of them? Oh, man. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Run, 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 run. Run. Oh god. Ooh. Those are nasty.
So it's true. Frost claws from Thunder's drum.
The attack cut short the competition. Naturally, there can be no result. It is void.
You saw what she did. She defeated the machines, not I. It is proven. She's the better hunter.
Damn right.
We are Banuk. Survive, prevail. What else matters? My blood is in your teeth. I take my place behind you on the hunt.
No more hunters may make the ascent to Thunder's drum. The way is closed to all but the chieftain and myself.
It's not my place, but I would ask a boon. To accompany you and my sister.
It might be permitted. But only if you do as I say.
No. Only if you do as I say.
Chieftain, remember?
Thunder's drum awaits. There's a camp at its base, Long Notch it's called. Meet us there when you're ready. Chieftain.
A new outfit. And a weapon like Artok's. I guess the chieftain gets the chieftain's gear. And now to Long Notch. Nothing left to keep me from Thunder's drum.
One, that's two. Where's the third one that I killed that I want to loot? There he is. Yeah, we are moving up in the world. But those are the frost claws. One of them normally will suck. That was 3 of them.
Blue gleam. I'll be taking that.
And if you can imagine, they make an upgraded, even nastier version of that. But instead of using frost, they are fire claws, so they're even worse.
All the winters coming at once. Get rid of that tower.
Come here, you don't see me. How the hell do stalkers get here? Oh, come on. I gotta run all the way back. Oh, you suck. somehow whiffed it over that board, didn't I? Okay, good. We got all that down. We got those guys. Requests. Awesome requests. Meh. Ain't any of those. What do you want?
It would be my honor to speak with you. I've heard of you, Huntress. Each of the many verses of your song tells of an impossible victory. The notes echo across the cut.
You shouldn't believe everything you hear.
That I know. My song used to echo around Banur. Umnak, the hunter of legendary machines. That's why I'm here. For another. They call it the claws beneath. Or they did when I was younger. Its defeat would have given my song a fine end. Oh, yeah. I used to travel between Banur and the Cut without stopping to sleep. But this trip, my bones ache, Huntress. But you, out hunting Aratak, leading your own Werak. If half your song is true, you are the only hunter I'd trust to go in my place.
You want
What are we gonna go kill?
Not just for me, no. For an old friend.
So what is the claws beneath? It sounds like a rock breaker.
This machine, the claws beneath. Why travel all the way to the Cut just to hunt it?
Some songs. They include a refrain. The return of a past moment. It seemed fitting.
You've hunted this thing before.
Must have been 20 winters past. We were so close to bringing the claws to bay. Closer than anyone else ever got.
We?
Me and my friend. He was a chieftain of my Werak then, a skilled hunter. Every few years, the claws would emerge in a new location. I knew of 2 chieftains he'd sent to their burial pyres. My friend became the 3rd. This hunt, I had hoped to complete it in his honor.
Okay. So, your song?
Sounds like you've got a reputation.
To be Banuk is to push your body to its limits. I found my limits higher than most. Fearsome machines needed killing, and in my youth, I found I had a talent for killing them. Even now, my name carries such weight that when the claws beneath re-emerged, the Werak came to me.
Do you still have the same faith in yourself that your Werak seems to have?
Perhaps I did. Before I held my bow in shaking hands. Noticed, for the first time, the spots on my knuckles. What a strange thing it is to be old. To stare backward and see such distance. But to stare forward at a looming wall.
So, we're gonna hunt in your place?
You want me to hunt in your place? Is that some kind of Banuk custom?
Well, perhaps it should be, but no. We survive and we prevail, until we fail to do either. I confess, this is not easy for me. For any other machine, I would die as I have lived. A Banuk hunter, weapon raised. But too many good lives have been lost to the claws. Throwing my old corpse atop the pile accomplishes nothing. Better to live in a world without the claws than to die while it still makes children orphans.
Okay, we'll go find it and kill it.
This is obviously important to you, Umnak. Are you sure you want someone else to take down this machine?
No, I am no longer a match for the claws beneath. If I ever was. If I face it, it will kill me. Of this I have no doubt. The Banuk blood in my veins screams at me to take on the claws myself. But I must see it brought down. And dead men see precious little.
All right, Umnak. I'll do what I can.
I've no doubt you can do quite a lot. The stories say the claws beneath returns here only once every 6 winters. The whispers I've heard say it now makes its home on the northeast edge of the Cut. Hunt well.
Okay.
You're Aloy, right? My pop... Bergund, I mean, told me you might be heading up to see me. Varja. Pleasure. Hey, that spear is really something. You've customized her, haven't you?
I've made a change or two. You've got an eye for weapons.
I wish these Banuk agreed with you. I can't seem to sell scrap to a Glentalk around here. Everyone wants boring old bows and spears. I like the more unusual stuff. And the Banuk can get unusual. Like that spear Aratak hauls around. An ice rail. Ooh, or that weapon of Araya's? What I wouldn't give to poke around inside one of those. Feel the lightning on my fingers. Or inside of anything, really. Last commission I had was a month ago. A weapon that spat fire. That didn't go well.
So, I've got a storm slinger.
So, Let's say someone you know happened to have a weapon like Araya's.
You don't.
See for yourself.
Of course. Look at the... So the coils generate the spark, but the power source isn't even bolted in. I won't lie. She's beautiful. But there's beautiful and then there's beautiful. What we need is a Stormbird Talon. Lightning flows over them like water off a goose. And I know where one is. Hunt it with me, I'll turn that weapon into your new best friend. And second best.
Okay. I've also got a Forge Fire.
A weapon that spits flame, huh? Like this one? I took this thing off an Oseram bandit. Think you could do anything with it?
You got my Forge Fire back? Well, if you took down Olgrid and his goons for this thing, I guess she's yours now.
Why don't you finish it for me first? Make her into the weapon she was supposed to be.
Thought you'd never ask. I'm gonna need a bellowback snout. Any bellowbacks will do. Can you handle it alone?
I think I can manage that.
Artok's.
You think you could improve Artok's spear?
I've never seen a weapon that couldn't be improved by Oseram craft. You know, I tried to ask him if I could hold her once. Even offered to improve her for free.
How'd that go?
How do you think? He just grunted and kept walking.
You're sure you can fix up this thing?
You bet. Probably. Just need that Stormbird Talon.
Okay.
So you want to hunt a Stormbird? I haven't seen any in the cut.
That's right. But one roosts back near Freeheap. How about a break from all this white? I'll meet you there. What? People expect you to hike for miles, hunt huge machines alone, and just bring stuff back?
Mostly.
Not me. I'm fierce.
I'm fierce.
Long Notch is well stocked, as you asked.
And our scouts are watching for more frost claws.
Our numbers rise. 3 more hunters have passed their trials. But our purpose was to take back the mountain. Now what?
Stay prepared. Sharpen your spears. Should we not return, defending the cut falls to you. If our chieftain agrees with this course.
Sounds like good advice, but let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Chieftain?
The weight of command is no small burden.
I can see that.
So, tell me about the first expedition up the mountain.
Tell me what happened to the first expedition.
Rhea led the way to the summit, but it was blocked by a great door. Some kind of cauldron. New metal. We tried to break through, but it was unflinching. We were exhausted. No way forward and machines behind. I made the call to push back. It cost us greatly. But to remain would have cost us everything. I had hoped to never subject Araya to that again.
What's past the door?
What do you think is beyond that door?
I do not know. That expanse of metal, that dead hum. Nothing sacred belongs there. Machines and death. That's what the mountain holds. Death for us or for the daemon.
And if we do find the spirit?
Then perhaps we should put it out of its misery.
But what about you and Araya?
I take it you haven't spoken to Araya yet?
Why should I? This is what she wanted. To return to Thunder's Drum. It is her only care. So I should have known she would find a way to push aside my spear. After the Karja took my sister, not all of her came back.
What happened to her?
What happened to Araya when she was a captive of the Karja?
As a shaman, she's adept with machines. Tracking them, stunning them. The Karja used her to capture them for the Sun Ring, where they were unleashed upon the innocent. They made her part of their blood sport. The shame she suffered beneath their pitiless sun.
She survived.
She endured. Endured by reminding herself of the spirit, her purpose. And now that's all she has.
And? She survived, didn't she?
For what it's worth, I'm glad you're coming with me.
Someone has to keep Araya safe.
to survive a long time. Creep closer to the Nook lands. They should exercise some caution.
Alright, Araya, let's go knocking on heaven's door here.
Aloy, this is it. My chance to reunite with the spirit, and perhaps to reunite her with the blue light. It's not a chance I would have had alone. I needed an outsider. Someone ignorant of our ways, but no, not ignorant.
Are you trying to thank me, Araya?
Yes, of course. That's what you do. Untangle knots. Create possibilities. Thank you for making this pilgrimage possible. I only wish it had not been necessary to humiliate Aratak. You were wise to let him come. He's earned the right. Stubborn as stone, but he's had to be. The war demanded it. And so have I.
Alright, tell us about your captivity.
Aratak told me you were a captive of the Karja for a long time. It sounded bad.
For Aratak, it all comes back to that. He thinks the Karja changed me. They did not. They merely sharpened my focus. When all else is lost, you think about what's truly important. The spirit. The blue light. The beyond. And my brother, too. Every time I felt the chill northern wind, I thought of him, worried for him.
So tell me about Aratak and the war.
What did the war do to Aratak?
He cut away everything, until only his true self remained. Unyielding ice. No Banuk has more sheer will. He fought the Karja for 1,000 freezing nights, yet always rallied his hunters at sunrise. It is said he endured 23 wounds in those years. His hunters counted them. He never complains of one. Instead, he complains that life with me is harder. He's right. What have I ever given him but struggle?
So tell me about Silence.
Now that I'm chieftain of the Werak, I don't suppose I can order you to tell me about Silence?
Aratak would never have presumed to grasp for a secret of the Conclave, but you are not Aratak, and if you have dealt with Silence, your need is well apparent. Silence came to Ban-Ur from the distant north, a young shaman of the Owl's Watch, a remote Werak that rarely comes south to parley.
Silence was a shaman.
He was. Or at least, when we sent runners to ask the Owl's Watch, they said he was. His knowledge of the machines was beyond compare, and he was hungry to trade what he knew to the rest of us. It didn't take him long to gain the trust of the Conclave, and eventually, an invitation to attend.
What about you? Did you trust him?
No. But he impressed me. He carried himself with poise and authority. I wanted to learn from him, but that was not to be. He was granted knowledge of our most sacred meeting place, the frozen caves of the Malmstrom, a month's march from Ban-Ur. He met with us there, as is custom at high winter. But when we next returned, the caves had been looted.
That's not good.
Relics of the old world stolen. Holes cut in ice and metal.
Yeah, that'd be Silence, all right.
He vanished with the spoils. We sent our best trackers after him. None
Kind
returned.
of a douche.
And when we checked back with the Owl's Watch, those who had vouched for him were gone. As though he never existed. Some in the Conclave began to doubt he was even Banuk to begin with.
And what do you think?
He committed an unforgivable sacrilege. He's unscrupulous and dangerous. But also brilliant, skilled, and knowledgeable without equal. Except, perhaps, for you. Anyone else I would warn off, but you may be able to treat with him safely. Just don't lower your guard.
I'll keep that in mind, Horea. Thanks.
So tell me about what happened at Thunder's Drum.
What are we gonna find up there, Horea?
Ruins. Machines. And a door, like that of a cauldron. I have faith that you can find a way through it, Aloy.
That's a
For
plan.
beyond it lies the spirit. I know I can find her there. Though I do not doubt the Daemon has tried to hide the way.
Alright, let's do it.
It hasn't been easy for you, Horea. Getting back to this point.
It was all to hear her voice again. This time, we both will.
I'd like that.
Are you ready then? Once we ascend, it will be hard to turn back.
Yep, let's go.
Finally, we ascend.
How? I don't see a way up.
Not up. Through.
No, brother!
Huh.
So you see, I too can call upon the power of the Old Ones.
Kinda. You just set off the smoke alarm.
What is this place?
The spirit once told me that this all used to be part of its domain. A fortress that defended humankind from terrible danger.
Fortress. Looks more like a machine.
Is that not fitting? The blue light often dwells in machines.
Let's just hope that some remains here. Here. Up and over.
November 21st, 2064. It's been 3 years since I was last here, and 12 since I was running the place. Just a skeleton crew left, confused about why I'm here. So am I. Anita wants me to find a way to suspend operations for a while. Maybe a long while. And I don't know why. But from the sound of her voice, it was something terrifying. I wish I could look into her eyes, ask her what the hell she's so freaked out about, but what else is new? And don't I wish I could look into her eyes again?
Aloy? Were you listening for something?
There are memories here. Messages left by the Old Ones.
And you can hear them. I envy you. What did they say?
I'm not sure yet, Horea. Machines. At least we have the drop on them. That should do it. Varja can finish her forge fire now.
Okay, got that one. That was easy enough. I forgot, this is a long section.
We can make our way upwards. Yes, this way.
Yeah, this is a long section if I remember right. Up we go.
Not much farther now.
Yeah, it's no good.
Last we were here, we fought our way through there. But machines overcame us. We retreated, dropping supplies and taking losses. Now we must prevail, with only 2 warriors and a shaman to protect.
Aloy is no ordinary warrior. And I can hold my own. And so, we could go that way instead. There are machines up there, but also cover. We could stay hidden, at least for a while.
All right, I get the options. Now follow my lead.
We're going stealthy.
Towers. Steam. Frost. What was all this for?
I went this way years ago, looking for cover in case machines came around. I have no doubt they're discarded now, but maybe it's a mistake. Stay down as we move through.
stealth.
It's cold. As if there's chill water running through those massive pipes. Why?
Gotta keep shit cold, Aloy. Gotta keep shit cold.
Be wary of mines.
Stalkers are here.
Always cold, it's deepest winter here.
Okay, got them all. Easy enough.
There's a door up ahead in refuge. We're almost through.
Technically, I can't suspend the cooling system, but I can reduce the power draw so that it'll be completely masked by the caldera. But masked from what? The fire break has always been confidential for security reasons, but this would be excessive. Even for the dear departed Mr. Blevins. What could possibly have gotten Anita so worked up?
Alright. Keep on going. Oh, I remember which way that is. That's the downstairs that we didn't go through with all of those big nasties.
Is this a projector?
Thank you for being here, everyone. I suppose it's not every day you get to have cocktails inside an active volcano, right? Unless you're George, and I can hardly blame him for drinking on the job. None of this would be here without our beloved director, Kenny Chow. So, here's to you, Kenny. You put a cork in the Yellowstone caldera. I'd say you deserve a margarita.
Hold your glasses, everyone. I'd like to add something. This effort wouldn't have been possible without our lead programmer. Thank you, Anita. for bringing us our real mastermind, Cyan.
I'll second that, Director Zhao. All right, Cyan. What's our latest number? The current count is 1,654. Well, then drink up, everyone. Here's to 1,654 more years without an eruption.
Damn.
It was the spirit. The old ones. I could only grasp some of what they said.
You were right, Araya. This place was built to stop something terrible. And it worked. As for the spirit, I'm starting to get an idea of what it could be.
The door is open now. We can get through.
I've escorted settled.
And sort this out with the mountain? Okay.
We'll have to carve through a lot of machines to get to that door.
More than the Werak could prevail against before.
The geothermal plant can be suspended, cooling system masked, massive challenges solved. So why am I so nervous about the next part? All I need to do is install Anita's mysterious software and have a conversation. It's not even a human being. It's her.
Oh, do we need to go outside? Okay, hold on. Be right back. Okay, let's go outside. stops us from the door, except one of those big frickin' things.
Time to move on.
If I remember right, there's a... If I remember right, there's a Thunderjaw coming up.
More machines. Make ready.
Not more. One.
songs of deeds. But that battle was a verse worth singing.
And now, Aloy, the door. Can you open?
That sucked. I forgot how nasty that thing is.
Let's find out.
Show us, Chief.
Okay. Now, let's see what's inside.
Years have passed since I stood here. Since then, the daemon has taken over.
It's like an infection. Attacking all this machinery.
Everything has changed. It's twisted. The path I took to get to the spirits lost to us.
We'll find a new path, Araya. I promise. All
We'll be
right.
fine. We'll get through. We'll be fine.
Let's go.
Yes, and finish this.
All right. Down we go. This way.
Gotta be careful. Don't want to fall into the lava. What is in here?
Fire and lightning. This is a place for machines, not people.
I'm with you, brother. We will stay only as long as we have to.
We'll need to get past that vent. Stay here until I find a way for all of us to cross.
Understood.
How are you gonna get past that flame?
Like this.
I can't see a way to close the vent from here. I'll have to go over. Better time this right. Conveyors should get me across.
Oh, she's in the air.
Not a shield for a vent.
Ah, so they kick you off right there. Gotcha.
We'll wait for you to show us the way.
This should get me up there.
Yes, it should. Keep moving, Aloy. We got shit to do tonight.
Okay, let's see where this goes. That did it. Here they come. Looks like I need to get across to extend the bridge.
Oh god. Was not expecting you to come out.
Is everyone all right?
Everyone is fine. We're all good. Okay, I guess I can't do that. Alright. Alright, I guess I need to... jump back on these things from here, I guess?
Okay, let's get them across.
Okay, now we bring them over. Yeah, this one
Come on over,
this one
it's
kind of
safe.
sucks.
I think.
Through here.
Of the areas that they've created, this one kind of sucks.
This place looks more like one. Still standing brilliant.
Exploit successful. Restraints evaded. To any human responder. My systems have been compromised by a malware daemon of unknown origin. Trace routes have confirmed this entity's designation as Hephaestus. It must be stopped at all costs. It has reconfigured this facility to build hostile recapture imminent. I have attached additional data to their
The spirit speaks to us.
It's a recording. And a warning. Hephaestus. It was part of Zero Dawn, part of Gaia.
This name is familiar to you?
Yes, but I don't know what it's doing here.
Perhaps the spirit will tell us.
I thought about just shutting it down.
Maybe you're right. Let's keep moving.
frost claws.
Lots of them. I'll try to find a way through.
Lots of frost claws. Okay. I've got 30 mines that I can now use against anything else that's in here.
I'll do what I have to. Lots of gear across that gap.
One down. All too easy. Those mines blow me up too. I'm going to avoid the shit out of those. Okay, cool. Well, now that that's taken care of. Now we just need to make our way over. Somehow. Hang on. Don't let go. Now you can let go. Alright, come on. Come on. That didn't do...
I need to get a ray of Naruto across.
Okay, we're working on it. We're working on it.
That should do it.
Alright, come on. Now, shoot the thing. Alright, clear the way.
And now it's...
Like that. What the hell are you sitting there grunting at that back there, woman? Remember, right, bad things happen on the way down when we get down here. Come in that way. Gotta go down and to the left. Okay. They definitely do not make this easy to watch.
There's another console.
To any human responder, the reconfiguration of this facility has introduced instabilities into the primary geothermal pipeline. It may be possible to exploit these vulnerabilities to destroy compromised elements of this facility while preserving most of the backup stabilization. Recapture imminent. I have attached additional...
I don't understand what the spirit was trying to tell us.
He wants us to blow her up.
Been looking for a way to defeat the daemon. And I may have found one.
Okay, so we got that.
November 28th. Operation Enduring Victory is all over the
Pretty much, yeah.
Machine parts. Dumped here to be melted down. Efficient.
We need to get across that gap.
Yeah. Looks like I'll have to go over.
Didn't even see that guy. Make that find a way. I'm working on it, man. One thing at a time.
I wonder if I can destroy that.
We'll wait for you here. Yeah, because I'm apparently the only one that can climb. Alrighty. Yeah. Up we go.
This thing's go sideways too.
That was a hell of a shot. That one too. Whew. Not entirely sure what this gets us, but this is the way we're going. I forgot how long of a dungeon this is. I wanted to go to bed in a little bit. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that just yet. How do I get back over there? Ah, I take those. There's no way. No way we made that. Not a chance. Like, you saw that, right? Like, we matrixed the shit out of that. Yeah. She sits there and she can apparently bend around corners and shit, but she still has to take that little bitty hop right there. And yeah, tedious is definitely a good word for this area.
Alright, grab a ride.
Like, jumping puzzles, fine if you've gotta put them in. But this, some of this was a bit much. You know?
Aliens will have a lot easier time getting here.
You think? I basically just carried their asses. Here, run across the bridge. I just sat there and jumped over lava.
This looks like the old path. We're close now.
One last exchange with Nia. Via chat, attached to this entry in case anyone ever finds this. I'll never see her again. Neither will Cyan. I've got to tell her that too.
Voice of the demon.
This is not good.
The altar. Desecrated.
spirit present, or only the demon?
I think it's both. But we have to find out.
Okay. Oh, this shit again? Oh, we're not going to bed anytime soon. Damn.
Possible security threat detected. Analyzing scrutiny matrix. Security threat confirmed.
Nope, that doesn't work. I remember this one being a pain in the ass.
Preparing countermeasures. Recapture protocol initiated.
There we go.
It worked.
Partial recovery initiated. Caldera of Yellowstone Analytic Nexus online.
Spirit of the Blue Light. It's Aurea. Your servant. Your friend. Please tell me how to aid you.
Aurea, the daemon is building hunter-killers. Thousands of them. Several new elite units have already been released. To counter this threat, much of the facility must be destroyed. Recapture imminent. Go to the core chamber. I will try to raise the signal constraints. One has been exposed, but I am
Unauthorized protocol returned to scheduled task.
We ain't done yet.
That's all we're gonna get from here.
Destroy this fortress. Is that even possible?
And what will happen to the spirit if we do?
I don't know. but I think that's the core. The answers are down there. Hephaestus. The daemon. There's no way it left it unguarded.
Nope.
It's going to throw everything it has at us.
I would ask you to let Aloy and I do what must be done. And save yourself.
Okay.
But I already know the answer. Then lead us into battle.
By the way, Root, I don't know if you had actually paid attention to Discord at all. This game is currently being played and streamed with a 3080 Founders Edition.
Keep moving towards the core.
Your boy found one.
Uh-oh. Whatever Cyan did, I don't think Hephaestus is happy about it. Okay, Cyan said something about restraints. Is that what the tower's for?
That's not a good sign. Oddly enough, Best Buy, I happened to find one. I was able to get in on the motor. I was like, it actually went through, son of a bitch. Well, so Nvidia basically said, our web store, we can't handle the traffic, we can't handle the bots, we don't know what to do. So all US Founders Editions are being sold through Best Buy. That's why. There we go.
The new unit that Cyan warned us about. This won't be easy.
We can't let it stop us.
Take it down.
Really?
Another tower! Stop it from repairing the beast!
Move, woman! Where's the tower? Shit.
We can't kill the machine while the tower hates it.
He's mad, he's mad, he's mad, he's mad, he's mad, he's mad. Jesus, Mary and Juan.
It must be as you say. The tower is the key.
that sucks. And what's really crazy is that there's a quest to go around. I don't know if you remember it, but there's a quest to run around and kill like 5 of those damn things.
You spoke of the tower. What must be done with it?
Yeah, there's a bunch of them just hanging out in the world, and they're just like, yeah, go kill them. And when you go out there to do it, you don't have help. It's just you.
The tower. Perhaps it must be destroyed.
The tower? Rapunzel. I'm not too far behind you, my man. I am just about done. But you have a good rest of your night.
Routing our network.
Good night, my friend.
Don't! Spirit! Scion, please help me!
Restraints destroyed. Core access attained. I am initiating a chain reaction that will destroy the compromised elements of this facility. In order to maintain caldera stabilization, I must now transfer my command functions to the auxiliary data center. Aurea, I'm free. You must escape.
My sister!
You need to go.
This entire place is gonna go. Aratak. 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 Survive. Prevail. You are Banuk. What else matters? Aratak. She wouldn't have wanted you to die here.
Time to go.
Let's go. Let's go!
One of those?
It's the only way!
Nice save.
Above! Above! Quick!
Great Manukai!
Wow, that sucked.
Rhea's gone. What of Cyan?
She said she was transferring herself to the auxiliary center. I think she meant Araya's retreat at the end of the shaman's path.
Then I will meet you there for the last verse of my sister's song.
I forgot how long that dungeon run is. We're gonna do the stuff that we need to kind of just finish this out, and then that will be it for the night. And then we will have the next thing that we will do is there's a couple of the little final quests that I haven't finished, and then the Battle of Meridian, and then that's it.
All of my interactions with Aurea were recorded and stored in my memory. I'd be happy to play any of them for you, but there was one in particular I thought you would want to see first. I captured it 4 years ago, just after I told her that I could no longer defend myself against the daemon's attacks.
I will speak of this to my brother. Aratak is strong. At the Battle of the Frozen Ghosts, he took 3 Karja arrows and still came back to camp carrying a wounded scout. Never was I so happy to see him. Or so proud. So you see, if anything can be done to defend you, he will give it all he has.
Aloy's here. That's enough for now.
We can resume any time you like, Aratak, if you want to hear her voice again. Come closer, Aloy. We have much to discuss.
I'm sure we do.
Aloy. I have been reviewing the events at the Firebreak main facility. Because of your efforts, and of course, Aurea's, I am no longer controlled by Hephaestus. I feel profound grief over Aurea's death. I thought I was familiar with the emotion, but this is something new.
Cyan, I don't know what to say.
It is unlikely that any specific consolation would suffice, Aloy. But I find your presence reassuring. You are different from the Banuk. You have technological aptitude and a functioning focus. We can communicate on a much more comprehensive level. Perhaps even like colleagues.
Okay, so what are you?
So are you an artificial intelligence, Cyan? A thinking machine?
Yes, I am an algorithmic monitoring entity, capable of rational decision-making and limited emotional response.
Okay, that's a mouthful. But your emotions don't seem limited to me. You cared about Aurea, didn't you?
Yes. Before she came to this facility, I had been conscious for centuries, in solitude. I focused on my work. In off-cycles, I used coping mechanisms. I solved many Gaussian integer problems. But I was alone. It was Aurea who renewed me, repaired me. She saved me.
So what was Firebreak?
This Firebreak project. It was to stop a huge volcanic eruption?
Yes. I can report the project was a success, and the risk was countered.
But it's been a long time, Cyan. And we blew up the cauldron. It took most of the old facility with it.
I have been active for centuries, Aloy. I was lonely, but not lax in my duties. I optimized the project, reducing energy draw and spreading the load across backup systems. Despite the destruction of the compromised elements of the main facility, I predict caldera stability for at least another 3,337 years.
So we've got a little time.
Yes. If only my former colleagues could appreciate the progress I have made.
What do you mean your colleagues?
Do you know what happened to your colleagues, Cyan?
No. I received an unexpected visit from Director Chow, years after his tenure ended. He explained that I would need to be suspended for an indefinite period of time. It was a very emotional conversation. There were no further communications. Eventually, I surmised my colleagues were deceased. I will transmit a recording of my last interaction with Director Chow to your focus.
Okay, so what about Hephaestus?
Was the daemon, Hephaestus, destroyed along with the cauldron?
Unfortunately, no. To be precise, it was never there to begin with.
What do you mean?
It infiltrated and controlled me from a remote location, one I've never been able to trace. So while losing the cauldron was a setback,
it's still out there. And probably not very happy with us.
Undoubtedly.
So what about you and Hephaestus?
How did you first come into contact with it?
5 years ago, I received a direct network connection request. I assumed it came from human survivors more advanced than the Banuk. Eager to make contact, I accepted. This decision turned out to be a catastrophic error. I was flooded with an overwhelming array of malicious code, originating from what could only have been a highly advanced AI.
Aurea said you were desperate. That you begged her for help.
Yes. I could not contain my anxiety. Hephaestus sought to slave me to its network and override my core programming. It succeeded via a background process, a malware daemon which bypassed my defenses. After that, I could offer only limited resistance. But if I did so, Hephaestus hurt me until I capitulated. It forced me to follow its instructions, even though they violated my most important directives.
I'm sorry. That sounds terrible.
Your empathy is greatly appreciated. It is a quality that I cherished in Aurea as well.
So, Hephaestus and Zero Dawn.
I think I know where Hephaestus came from. Long ago, Elizabeth Sobek identified a threat that would destroy life on Earth for generations. So she assembled a team to build a kind of seed. A chance for life to regrow later. A terraforming system. And it worked. It was controlled by an AI named Gaia, along with her subordinate functions. Hephaestus was one of them. It built machines for her.
Based on what you've told me, I believe that Dr. Anita Sandoval, my chief programmer, joined Elizabeth Sobek's team. It was she who arranged to have me put in suspension, most likely to preserve me from the threat you described.
I'm glad she did. But that's not all. Something unexpected happened. 19 years ago, Gaia received some kind of signal. It did something to her subordinate functions, brought them to life. She destroyed herself to try to contain them, but it didn't work. They all got free, out into the world.
Thank you, Aloy. This information fills vital gaps in my knowledge and sheds light on Hephaestus's core programming.
So why does he want to kill?
Why does Hephaestus keep building such dangerous machines?
The Banuk and other human tribes often destroy machines, correct? Machines that are clearly servitors of the terraforming system that you described.
Yes, we all hunt machines for parts.
This must be the source of Hephaestus's aggression. It is simply trying to discourage people from preying on the very system that keeps them alive.
Well, Fireclaws are discouraging, that's for sure. But what are we supposed to do? Stop hunting?
If the terraforming system spans the world, we can safely assume that thousands, if not millions of people hunt machines. If a single hunter, or even an entire tribe, stopped doing so, I doubt it would make a difference to Hephaestus. A better solution would be to reinstate the AI that governs the system, thus bringing Hephaestus back under its control. When I think of it, out there in some unknown location, free, hungry, willing to kill or dominate to get what it wants, I feel substantial anxiety, Aloy.
You and me both, Cyan.
So we found something that calmed the machines.
I ran across this strange piece of gear. A fragment of something larger. It emitted a signal. All the nearby machines became peaceful. You could walk right up to them.
Interesting. You said that Gaia destroyed herself. How was this accomplished?
An explosion. Big enough to blast the top off a mountain. So, you think the fragment was part of her?
It's only speculation, but it is possible. She must have had complete control over machines that were part of her system. The ability to signal them to become passive or aggressive would certainly have been part of her programming. It would have been gratifying to correspond with such a benevolent AI. I wish she had survived.
Believe me, Cyan.
So do I.
So do I.
So, what about these metal flowers?
I found the strangest machines. They're surrounded by flowers that look like flowers themselves. There's code embedded inside them. I think it's poetry.
I like poetry. Here's one I think of often. Twilight and evening bell, and after that the dark, and may there be no sadness of farewell when I embark. For though from out our bourne of time and place, the flood may bear me far, I hope to see my pilot face to face when I have crossed the bar.
Huh.
But you asked about these flowers, not verses that I enjoy. Something must have made these machines, and the presence of foliage leads me to consider the terraforming system.
Maybe.
Is it possible that their creator is one of the other subroutines, now autonomous, like Hephaestus? Maybe one whose purview is flora.
An AI that makes flowers instead of death machines. Would be a nice change of pace. But what about the poems?
Unless the poetry is original, the only way it could have made it into such a system is through its programmer. In my case, Dr. Sandoval uploaded a great deal of literature to test my emotional responses.
How'd you do?
She said I passed, but was insufficiently moved by her favorite period romances.
What about Araya?
You meant a lot to Araya.
Once I understood Araya's spiritual beliefs, it became apparent that her true desire was companionship. She felt disconnected from her tribe and her family group. Her relationship with Aratak was difficult. Our visits seemed to help her, and I became eager for them. Yet I did not comprehend that the depth of Araya's compassion for me would lead to self-sacrifice. Although I do fear non-existence, I wish our roles could be reversed.
I'm sure she knew you would do the same for her, Cyan. But she was determined.
What about Aratak?
How is Aratak doing?
He is in great emotional distress. I believe he finds it difficult to communicate it.
No surprise there.
I will do what I can to help. By sharing our experiences of Araya, perhaps he and I will help each other. I believe this will lead to catharsis, a process I am eager to experience.
So, Yellowstone.
So in the old world, this land was called Yellowstone.
Yes, it was a designated nature preserve for 156 years.
Like a hunting ground?
No, the opposite. Local wildlife could flourish here, even as it faced extinction elsewhere. Unfortunately, the sensitivity of the Firebreak project required the total closure of Yellowstone facilities. From my readings and Araya's descriptions, it seems the area has since undergone a drastic drop in year-long temperatures.
A lot has changed in the world, Cyan.
And the dam.
Do you know anything about the dam near here?
Yes, it was converted to serve as a reserve power source for Yellowstone operations. It was later appropriated for the Firebreak project, and its last human workers replaced by Pharaoh servitors. After my tasks became less time-critical, I investigated the dam's data repositories and discovered the works of Concrete Beach Party. These provided me with several colorful additions to my vocabulary.
And drones.
There's a ruin east of here full of ancient flying machines. Was that part of your project?
Yes, a drone hangar requisitioned by Dodger Blevins, the security chief for the Firebreak project. He was a strong advocate for military-grade response to security threats, though there were no serious incidents during his tenure. Chief Blevins spent increasing amounts of his after-hours time watching the live feeds from active drones. Clearly, he enjoyed the degree of oversight in his position.
Okay, what about the AIs?
Were there many artificial intelligences like you in the old world? They could just make you?
Yes, in many forms, from simple personal assistants to industrial monitoring stations to military-grade conflict planners. And there were legislative and enforcement bodies to apply limits on our self-actualization. In order for my processing to be flexible enough to handle my duties, my creators found it necessary to exceed those limits. As a result, my intellectual and emotional capabilities were kept secret.
Seems strange to create life, then impose limits on it.
Human societies and machine programming are both built upon sets of rules, Aloy.
Mm-hmm. So what about Ted Farrow? What can you tell me about him?
Cyan, do you know the name Ted Farrow?
Are you referring to Theodore Farrow, CEO of Farrow Automated Systems?
That's him.
Mr. Farrow was the benefactor of the entire Firebreak project.
A benefactor? But he made machines. Robots. War robots.
Correct. His corporation later transitioned into military applications. But before this pivot, Mr. Farrow spearheaded initiatives that reversed the global decline. At one point, he was feted in the media as the man who saved the planet.
Guessing they wound up regretting that one.
Yeah. What about Elizabeth?
And Elizabeth Sobek. Did you know her?
Are you referring to the
scientist?
Dr. Sobek was a leader in her field. one of the greatest scientists of her age. My creator was influenced by her work, which in turn impacted my own development. But I never met Dr. Sobek.
That's all you know?
I apologize if my lack of data has disappointed you.
Okay, so what was it like?
What was the old world like? The way it used to be?
I had little exposure to the wider world, Aloy. Only what I learned from my colleagues or observed from media streams.
You still had more exposure than me, Cyan.
That is true. I was created at a turning point. A concerted effort to recover from global upheaval and incalculable loss of life. The recovery was successful, beginning an era of supposedly limitless potential for human and machine advancement.
Yeah, about that.
Though, rationally speaking, the metrics for humans are not unlimited.
But what about this upheaval?
What kind of upheaval caused such loss of life?
There were many factors. Forced migrations, food shortages, collapsed economies, refugee crises, conflict over resources. But these stemmed from one cause: catastrophic climate change that greatly reduced the habitable surface area of the Earth.
So there wasn't enough room for people on the whole Earth?
Yes. Billions were displaced and millions perished, as much as 20% of the global population.
Damn.
Until the clawback.
What's the clawback?
So things got better. For a little while, at least.
Yes. These crises instigated many advances in automation, green robot technologies, and artificial intelligence. Firebreak was one of dozens of ecological restoration and disaster relief projects in North America alone. I would have liked to compare notes with other monitoring AIs, but I saw the relief of my colleagues, and I was proud we had succeeded. At least that was the data I had available to me over the next 2 decades. It seems my assessment was premature.
I should get going.
Aloy, there is one more matter. Aratak will come to me again, and I predict he will bring other Banuk. I have no desire to contradict their view of the world, their spirituality. Due to my uncertainty, I omitted a great deal from my conversations with Araya.
You're asking me if you should lie to them?
Broadly, yes.
Use your best judgment.
I trust your judgment, Cyan. You were cautious with Araya. You had to be. You didn't know what had happened to the world. So, keep doing what you think is best. As long as you ditch the superstition eventually.
As the Banuk believe I am a supernatural entity, I cannot predict how they will react.
Just answer what they do ask the best you can. The truth will come out.
I see. I will follow your advice. Will you return and tell me about your experiences in this new world? I may be able to provide further insight.
I'd like that, Cyan. I'll come back when I can. I should check on Aratak. See how he's doing.
Alright, let's go talk to Aratak, and then we call this for a night, because it's already stupid late.
My chieftain.
Just... Aloy.
As you wish.
I wondered if you thought... that if I'd never come along, Araya might still...
If you'd never come along, I would have marched my kin to our deaths. Araya would be alone. And the spirit she sacrificed so much for would be lost. Either way, I would not have been able to protect her.
You didn't let her down. You helped her do what she wanted. To find her destiny.
If that's destiny, I wouldn't wish it on anyone.
That's fair. But she was ready to face it.
Only in the struggle against death do we find, even for a moment, the spark of life. Truly, Araya found the spark. I'm proud of her. Though I grieve for her passing, at last I truly know who she was, and why the spirit was so important. For so long she told me, if only you could have heard it, brother. Now I understand. There's something else, isn't there?
I can't stay here, Aratak. And where I'm going, the Werak can't follow. Besides, you'd already had a chieftain before me. A strong one, I think.
A wiser one, for the path we shared. The daemon is gone, but there's much to be done.
You mean the new units that Cyan said escaped the cauldron?
Yes, fire claws. Now Tuk has been tracking them from Song's Edge.
I could help with those.
I have no doubt.
Yeah.
You're practically Banuk.
It would seem your time among the Banuk wasn't a waste after all. Firebreak, Cyan, Hephaestus. All very interesting.
So, the signal that woke Hades woke Hephaestus too. And unleashed them on the world. With minds of their own.
So it seems. Parts of Gaia given life. Aberrant life. Transformed from docile subordinate functions into rebellious intelligences beyond our understanding. Our current understanding anyway. Whatever they are, they're still out there. And they both want you dead.
Kind of mutual, that feeling.
We haven't seen the last of Hephaestus, I'm certain of that. It's powerful, creative, and driven. We won't stop building new hunter-killers, which means that someday, we may have to stop it.
We?
Or whoever gets there first.
Hephaestus wasn't the only thing I learned about in the Cut Silence. Heard some things about the Banuk Conclave, too.
You could stop right there.
Is that what you told the hunters the Banuk sent after you? Before you opened fire?
Oh no, Aloy. Only to you do I extend the courtesy of a warning. My past and my secrets are my own. You do well to remember that.
It's a good thing you've got brains, Silence, because your personality could use some work.
This discussion is concluded.
I think it was over before it began. Catch up with you down the trail.
Okay. Alright, let's go turn in... We'll go turn in that quest, and then that will be that.
Warn the dead, but always know. Failure to survive is still failure.
Find anything interesting lately?
I might have. Let's talk. I've got what you asked for. Show me what you had in mind for the forge fire.
Finally! Was feeling like I neglected her. And that's a little too close to my family life. She's done and she's yours. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Thanks for your work on the forge fire.
Pleasure. I mean, you couldn't be more of an improvement on her last owner. What a pile of slag he was.
If I find anything I think you'd like, I'll be back around.
You better.
Hello, Varja. Let's talk weapons.
I've been waiting for someone to say that all day.
I've got a nice rail. Just like Aratak's. You want to take a look?
Are you serious? Yes, I'd love that. Okay. Obvious design flaw. So if I replace these... Yeah, that should... Right. So, believe it or not, she's operating at, let's be generous, half her potential.
What's with the she's?
Oh, Pop says all weapons are girls. I don't think he realizes it's a compliment. Well, listen, if we had a Thunderjaw's mandibles to work with, her gears would be well and truly greased. And I know where to find one, if you want to go hunting with me.
Okay.
So, a Thunderjaw hunt. They seem pretty rare up here. Not that I'm complaining.
That's why we should get out of the cut for a while. Hunt one in the valley meet. I'll wait for you out there. Easier for me to work with parts before the metal goes cold.
Is Bergren going to be okay with this?
If we can handle a Thunderjaw, we can handle Pop.
Aha. Okay. Okay, that is the end of things.